Hey everyone, Josh Matthews Morgan here with Learn Your Brain. And today's video is going to be a little different. I'm actually going to unpack the big mission behind our company and why that mission should matter to you. And a couple of the things I'm going to cover in today's video are basically we look back on the traits of our most successful clients and figured out there's this one thing that they all had in common. And I'm going to tell you two stories about what's possible for you and for your business based on this one thing that they all had in common. And then finally, I'm going to put to rest this question about, do I have to be special or extraordinary to create extraordinary results? You see, a lot of people believe that some people are just, cut out for success and other people aren't. They just don't have what it takes or whatever, or their personality isn't right for it or whatever stories we tell ourselves. I'm going to put that to rest today. So let me get right into the meat of it and talk about our company's purpose and our mission statement, which I'm so passionate about. And I'm just going to read it off to you real quick. And then I'm going to unpack it and explain why this is so important. If you have any kind of business, if you have any kind of organization that you want to grow. So here it is. Our purpose statement is that we help people become powerful creators so they can bring their full gifts to the world. Now, everything we do, whether we're creating a free video or anything in our training videos, is revolving around this big idea, helping you become a powerful creator so you can bring your full gifts to the world. So let me break that down and explain what that means, like practically, tactically for you. But before I do that, I'm going to explain a little bit about like where this comes from in the first place, and tie in my own personal story with it. See, for the first several years of our business, I was not a powerful creator myself. I was struggling through it. We were struggling through it in our business. I was very frustrated because deep down, I knew that what we did was really valuable and that there were a lot of people who would benefit from what we did, but I just didn't know how to get out of my own way. I couldn't figure out how to, get out of stop sabotaging myself. I was my own worst enemy for a long period of time. And there were two things really that held me back the most. I had some bad habits that were getting in my way that made me so I wasn't a high performer. And I had a lot of negative beliefs about myself, about our business that were keeping me stuck. So the good news is out of all of that, as a side note, we've created trainings and ways of transforming both of those things, your habits or your rituals and your beliefs really fast. And we're all about fast and speed and simplicity and ease. And so anyways, but how this came about, this concept of a powerful creator, it really came about when we were about 6 years into our business. And we had worked with some mostly local clients at that time, local business owners and people in the Athens, Georgia area, which is where we're based out of. And we looked back and we said, well, what is it that made the difference between some of our most successful clients who accomplished wildly amazing things and some of the people who weren't as successful? And we started kind of like brainstorming a list of all their traits. And, what we realized pretty quickly is that it wasn't any of the things that people commonly assume would make someone successful. So it had nothing to do with what industry they were in. For example, there were people getting crazy success in a bunch of different industries. It had nothing to do with their age, how old they were. In a second, you'll hear a story of one of our most successful clients who was, an older lady when she started working with us. She was probably in her 60s. It also has nothing to do with gender, anything like that. Absolutely nothing. What we realized is that more than anything else, the single most important trait was the way they think, right? That their mental programming was just different than the other people's. And we started creating this concept of a powerful creator. And let me explain what that means. What does it mean to be a powerful creator? Well, really, when it comes down to it, it means you are fully in control of your life, your experience. It means you have a set of mental tools that help you get from point A, where you are right now at any given stage, to point B. Now, you may not know all the steps that you have to take along the way, but you know what to do mentally, and you've got a developed set of mental muscles and skills to be able to get you to anywhere you want to go in your life or your business. Now, to break it down very simply, in psychology, there's a term called locus of control. And this basically means, do you believe that you're in full control of every aspect of your life? Or do you believe that you're maybe a victim of your circumstances, you're a victim of your past, you can't get beyond that? So if you have a strong internal locus of control, is what they call it, that means you believe that you can create reality on your own terms. It means you have a deep sense of belief in yourself, and yeah, basically that's what locus of control means. See, a lot of people are not powerful creators. The vast majority of people, and I was in this group before, so I can speak to this personally, are in a state that's a lot more stuck. They're stuck where they are. They don't know how to get out of that rut. They might feel like not only are they not in control, but that life is in control of them. They're maybe reactive about life. So, and I see this a lot, right? And if you're in that state right now, sometimes people go in and out of those states. It's not like we're either all powerful, super powerful, or we're victims. Like it's a range, of course, it's a continuum. But to be a powerful creator really means that you know how to create reality on your own terms. You create and you dictate the terms of your life and the terms of reality. You don't let anything outside of you, circumstances, nothing, control you, right? It's really about gaining control inside of your own mind of where you're going, right? So I want to tell a couple quick stories of what is possible when you become a powerful creator, because this is so cool, right? These are stories of clients who we worked with, and these are some of our favorite stories because they really, really do show what's possible. Now, the first one is, these are real names of people. This is Cynthia Smith. She was one of our first clients when we started our coaching business. And she's got a little retail store in Greensboro, Georgia, about 45 minutes away from where we live in Athens. And it's called Genuine Georgia. It's a really cool store. And when she came to us, when she first hired us, she was kind of in a stuck place. She had plateaued in their growth. They were doing okay, but they weren't really thriving as a business. And she hired us to work with herself. And actually, we got a chance to train all of her team too. So we worked with all four of the people who worked in her store. Now, fast forward to not very long after we started working together. First, she doubled her business. She was working through an original program, someone else's program that we were training on at the time. Then she went through our new program, our Mindset Mastery Coaching program, and doubled her business again. And this is the cool thing. So she ended up having to, she ended up changing locations. She got a much bigger store right on the corner of downtown Greensboro. And the cool thing is that she's really the only store on that strip that's truly thriving, right? Her store is thriving, and in a place where you wouldn't think that you could have retail stores thriving, because it's a small town, right? It's not a big town in Georgia. But it's thriving, and we truly believe that it's thriving because of the way she, the training that she took from us, the way she learned how to become a powerful creator. And there are people in that town of Greensboro say, like, what's your magic sauce? What's your secret? That's it. A set of practices, a set of tools that allow her to continually grow no matter what, no matter the circumstances. Okay, so second story to show you what's possible is a lady named Laura Whittaker. Now, full disclosure, when Laura came to us, she had already had a lot of success in her nonprofit. She's an executive director of a nonprofit called Extra Special People. So we cannot claim any of that prior success. And a lot of, she's already a really dynamic, amazing leader. But here's a really cool thing. she took our training. And in that training, we teach a concept called thinking from the end, right? It's called thinking from the end. And Laura, after she learned that concept, she came to us and she said, you know what? This is really cool. I had to raise a lot of money to create this building for our nonprofit. In fact, she raised $3 million. She raised that money in, again, a small town, Watkinsville, Georgia, not a huge population, where and not a huge amount of wealth, and a lot of people who were around her told her it was impossible. They told her there's no way you can raise this amount of money from this small of a community. A lot of people doubted her and doubted her bigger vision. But she was able to raise all of that money for the building. She built this incredible 14,000 square foot facility for children with special needs. And it's because she knew how to do thinking from the end, one concept that we teach in our programs. And she came to us and she said, this is so cool because that's how I created this building, right? That is what I did in order to raise that amount of money. She said, I never had words for it before. I couldn't really explain what I was doing to people around me, but she was, what you might call an unconscious competent, someone who naturally got this particular concept of thinking from the end. And she gets a lot of other stuff. She's a really amazing person too. But that's such a cool story because the big thing is with all of this is that neither Laura nor Cynthia nor any of our most successful clients, none of them were like special people, right? They were ordinary people who accomplished extraordinary things. And it's because they learned, whether from us or whether on their own, from other coaching, other training, or just had a natural, intuitive, instinct for this. They learned how to become powerful creators in control of their destinies and control of their lives. And what was really special about them is not a particular trait they had in common, because they were all from all across the spectrum. It's really their way of thinking, right? It's really their way of going after what they really want and learning how to incorporate all the tools in the toolkit of being a powerful creator. So let me break down this second part of our purpose statement, our mission statement, which is we help you become a powerful creator so you can bring your full gifts to the world. Okay. So I truly believe, and I've seen this, is that our absolute favorite clients to work with over time, people like Laura, people like Cynthia, they were very purpose driven. You see, when you become a powerful creator, the entire world, and I don't mean that flippantly, I mean the world benefits from you being at your best, right? You being in that state. And we look back on those clients too, our most successful and our happiest and our most, the ones we enjoyed working with the most, and realize that they were impact driven in their work. They believed they had gifts, and their business and their organization had gifts to bring to the world. And it was important that it got out into the world. They were just not in it for the money. And that actually is one hack. I hate to call it a hack because it's not a hack for growing your business, is to lead with your purpose, like lead with your mission in everything that you do. Because, your competitors can copy your products. They might be able to do a similar marketing strategy as you, but they can't copy your purpose, right? They can try to, but it will come across as hollow and inauthentic, right? So I truly believe that everyone is entitled for greatness. Everyone has something in them, a gift that needs to be fully expressed and brought out into the world. And when you play small, there's a cost to that. And the cost isn't just to you. It isn't just to your bottom line, to your personal finances and to your family that gets hurt from it. It's also all the potential people who you could help transform their lives. That's the real cost of playing small, is you don't have that greater impact on the world that you could. And I believe that really we do suffer in this world from a lack of leaders, lack of true leaders who are powerful creators, and a lack of people who have that confidence, the inner certainty, the belief in themselves to go after what they want and to make it happen and to accomplish it and to create reality on their own terms. And that's what we're really trying to do in our company, is we're trying to change that. We're trying to give everyone a chance to pursue their dreams, no matter what state you are at now in your life or your business. It doesn't matter at all where you're at or how dire your situation is or how great your situation is. So once you have this set of tools in place, which we'll be explaining and unraveling more and more and more every week, it really helps you level the playing field. That's what we're really passionate about, is giving you the tools and the strategies so you can bring, no matter what your past history is, no matter what your past struggles have been, so that they become irrelevant to what you're creating in the future. And by doing that, it'll create a chain reaction of positivity, a chain reaction of, you sharing your gifts with other people, you shining that light on other people, which helps them shine their lights too. And it just makes the world a better place. And I know that sounds so trite and cliched, but we are all about that. We're all about that ripple effect of positivity. So what you can expect from us is that we are going to give you every resource possible to fulfill our mission, to help you become a powerful creator so that you can bring your full gifts out into the world. So if you're excited about that idea, if you're excited about that possibility, stick around with us for the ride. I promise it'll be worth your wait. We've got lots of amazing training and lots of amazing content to share with you so that you can bring your full gifts to the world and become a powerful creator. All right. Hope you enjoyed this, and we'll talk soon.